Welcome to this MiTel training video. This video teaches partner engineers how to perform a manual security root certificate update for ISS, MiVB, MXE Server and Strata system platforms. So why do we need to do this? On the 21st of August 2020, the AMC MiVoice Business Security or Root Certificate will expire. When this happens, the system will go into critical license violation unless a new certificate is added to the system. This process is outlined in the document Root Certificate Update Procedures for Pre-MiVoice Business 9.0 and demonstrated in this training video. MiTel has issued a new security root certificate for all versions shown on this slide. Before starting the upgrade, you will need access to the MiTel standard Linux server for the system, the appropriate AMC root patch, and Sftp or Sftp for transferring it to the server. You also need the application PuTTY to access the RTC shell. This is the process we will be following. First, we need to enable the SSH, then 5 simple steps to do the upgrade. Right, so let's get on with the demonstration. Before starting on the procedures, we need to log on to the MiTel standard Linux server and enable SSH. To enable SSH so that we can access the system by Sftp and SSH, we must first scroll down to Remote Access under Security. And at the bottom, change Secure Shell Access to Allow Access from Trusted and Remote Networks. And set Allow Administrative Command Line Access over Secure Shell to Yes. And Allow Secure Shell using Standard Password to Yes. And then Save. Step 1. Now we're going to download the root certificate to the correct folder on the MiTel standard Linux server. To transfer the patch to the MiVB, you must first connect to it using a protocol called Sftp, Secure File Transfer, via a suitable application like FileZilla. To do this, we create a new site, and I'm going to call it MiVB. We change the protocol to Sftp, and add the host address of your MiVB. We add the user root and its standard password. Accept any pop-ups that come up. And you can see we are now connected. We change the remote site directory to temp and transfer the patch into the temporary folder. Step 2. Establish an SSH session to the MSL server and then unzip. Here we are adding the host address of the MiVB into the PuTTY tool to establish a connection. Once the session is established, we add our root credentials and change directory to the temporary directory. Using the shell command ls*.zip, we check to see if the patch is in the folder. And as we can see, it is there. We then need to unpack the patch into the right directories. And to do this, we type the command unzip -d, our destination, the root directory, and the file we're going to unzip. Then hit return. Step 3. Installing the new certificate in the RTC shell. In this step, we enter the mcd debug console by using the mcd-debug-console command. You will then see a disclaimer which you can ignore. You do not need to ring support for this procedure. Then run the ld command with the indicated parameters to load the patch into the correct folders. As you can see, the new certificate has now been written into the MiVB system. Step 4. Perform AMC sync to update the newly installed certificate. First, we log on to the MiVB and go to the License section, and then click on Change, Retrieve Licenses. This will then contact the AMC with the new certificate to make sure the certificate is installed correctly. And finally, Step 5. To validate if the new certificate is in use after we've done the sync. To be sure the new certificate has been accepted properly, log on to the AMC, search for your ARID, and check that the software version here reads 0.9 at the end. This will indicate that your certificate has been installed correctly. That completes the update training. If you do have any problems, there is a full troubleshooting guide in the procedures document. If you need support, this can be done through your normal support channels. And don't forget, this is an excellent opportunity to talk to your customer about the value of SWA. Thank you very much.